casting process for Orca in 1977 was a thorough search for the right actors who could bring the required depth and emotion to their roles. The film's lead, Richard Harris, was a seasoned actor known for his work in Camelot and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. He was chosen for his ability to portray complex characters with conviction. The role of the fisherman, Novak, was given to Bo Derek's then husband, John Derek. The director, Michael Anderson, was impressed by his dedication and the chemistry between him and Harris. Charlotte Rampling, known for her roles in The Night Porter and Georgia Girl, was cast as Novak's wife, Penny. Her enigmatic screen presence and her ability to convey vulnerability and strength made her an ideal fit for the role. The role of the Orca trainer, Ken, was offered to Will Sampson, who had previously starred in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. His imposing stature and quiet intensity added a layer of depth to his character. The young Native American boy, Nakoma, was played by Scott Constable. His innocence and curiosity were essential for the role, and he was chosen from a group of local children who auditioned for the part. The casting process involved several auditions and chemistry tests to ensure the right blend of talent and compatibility. The film's pivotal moments, such as the Orca's attack on the crew and the final confrontation between the Orca and Novak, required a cast that could convincingly portray fear, determination, and ultimately respect for the majestic killer whale. The director of Orca, Michael Anderson, brought a clear vision to the 1977 movie, blending suspense and emotional depth. Anderson's background in film noir and science fiction influenced his approach to this story of a man's obsession with a killer whale. He aimed for a naturalistic style, collaborating with animal trainers to capture authentic whale behavior. Anderson's meticulous preparation included visiting marine parks to study orcas and their interactions with humans. Anderson's collaborative spirit extended to the cast and crew. He worked closely with cinematographer Roy H. Wagner to create a moody, atmospheric look, using underwater photography to enhance the story's tension. Anderson also encouraged the actors to explore their characters' motivations and relationships, fostering a sense of ensemble. Richard Harris, who played the lead role, praised Anderson's ability to create an environment where actors felt free to experiment. Charlotte Rampling, Harris' co-star, echoed this sentiment, citing Anderson's openness to ideas and his commitment to the story's emotional truth. In Orca, Anderson delivered a unique take on the creature feature genre, balancing thrills with a thoughtful exploration of obsession and revenge. His directorial vision, rooted in collaboration and influenced by a diverse range of cinematic styles, resulted in a memorable and affecting film. The 1977 movie Orca, also known as The Killer Whale, is a thrilling adventure with many surprising moments. You might be shocked to learn that this movie was inspired by the success of Jaws, but with a unique twist. Instead of a great white shark, the villain is a highly intelligent and vengeful orca whale. One memorable scene is when the orca jumps over a sinking boat, demonstrating its incredible power and agility. This moment showcases the impressive cinematography and special effects of the time, leaving a lasting impact on viewers. Throughout the film, there are many funny, shocking, and sad facts that will keep you engaged. For instance, did you know that orcas are actually very social animals, unlike their portrayal in the movie? Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's your most cherished memory or personal experience related to Orca? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. Let's learn from and enjoy each other's experiences. The 1977 movie Orca was filmed in various locations, including Nanaimo and Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. The set design was a significant aspect of the production, with a full-scale Orca tank built for the film. This tank, measuring 150 by 300 feet and 30 feet deep, was one of the largest ever constructed for a movie at the time. The filming crew faced several logistical challenges, one of which was handling the massive tank. Another issue was working with real orcas, which required the crew to collaborate with marine experts. The orcas were trained to perform specific actions, such as jumping and swimming in patterns, to capture the desired scenes. Innovative techniques were employed during the production, including the use of underwater cinematography. This allowed for unique shots of the orcas and the actors interacting in the water. The film's director, Michael Anderson, also used a split-screen technique to film scenes where the orca appears to interact with the characters on land. The production team also had to consider the animal's welfare during filming. They worked closely with marine biologists and trainers to ensure the orcas were treated humanely. The set was designed with the animals' needs in mind, and filming was often adjusted to accommodate the orca's behavior and schedule. In summary, the production of Orca involved overcoming logistical challenges related to filming with real orcas and building a large tank, as well as the innovative use of underwater cinematography and split-screen techniques. The team's dedication to animal welfare and collaboration with marine experts contributed to the film's unique and captivating scenes. Orca, released in 1977, is a thought-provoking film that explores complex themes through its compelling characters and storyline. The movie features a talented cast, including Richard Harris as Captain Nolan, Charlotte Rampling as the marine biologist, Will Sampson as the Native American character, and Bo Derek in her film debut. The film revolves around Captain Nolan, a fisherman who becomes emotionally entangled in the consequences of his actions when he accidentally kills a killer whale's mate and child. Nolan, played by Harris, delivers a powerful performance as he grapples with guilt and the realization that marine animals have feelings. Despite his exceptional work in other films, such as A Man Called Horse and Camelot, Harris's performance in Orca remains one of his finest. Charlotte Rampling's portrayal of the marine biologist who falls in love with Nolan is equally impressive. Her subtle acting style allows her to convey complex emotions without relying on gratuitous scenes, making her character's development all the more engaging. The film also features Will Sampson, who delivers a memorable performance as the Native American character who provides cryptic advice and meets a tragic end. Sampson's character serves as a reminder of the senseless slaughter of Native Americans, adding depth to the film's social commentary. Orca's special effects, while dated, were groundbreaking for the time. The film's use of a fisheye lens to represent the whale's point of view and the surprisingly realistic-looking whale fetus are just a few examples of the movie's visual achievements. The climactic fight between Nolan and the whale could have easily become farcical, but the filmmakers maintained tension and realism throughout the scene. The Arctic Circle is accurately depicted as a harsh, icy environment, and the mechanical killer whale is nearly indistinguishable from stock footage of real killer whales. Orca's influence can be seen in various modern films, such as Trainspotting, Star Wars Episode Roman II, Titanic, and Free Willy. Despite not receiving the recognition it deserves upon its release, Orca is a cinematic masterpiece that will undoubtedly be appreciated by future generations. In conclusion, Orca is a complex and thought-provoking film that combines captivating storytelling with strong performances and groundbreaking visual effects. Its exploration of themes such as whale hunting, forgiveness, and humanity leaves a lasting impression on viewers, making it a true cinematic achievement. The creation of the Orca film score and soundtrack was a collaborative effort between composer Ennio Morricone and musician and orchestrator John Scott. The music they created complements the narrative and emotional tone of the movie, which tells the story of a fisherman who hunts a killer whale seeking revenge for the death of its mate. Morricone, an accomplished composer known for his work on films like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, brought his signature style to Orca. He used a mix of orchestral and electronic elements to create a haunting and emotional score that reflects the film's themes of revenge and the beauty and danger of the natural world. Scott, who worked as an orchestrator and musician on the score, recalled the process of working with Morricone in an interview with SoundtrackNet. He said, "Ennio had a very clear idea of what he wanted, and he was very specific in his instructions. He would conduct the orchestra himself, and it was a real privilege to work with him." The soundtrack also features traditional sea shanties and Native American music, which add to the film's sense of place and culture. The use of these traditional music styles helps to establish the setting of the film, which takes place in a small fishing community, and to convey the characters' connection to the sea and the natural world. The music in Orca serves to heighten the emotional impact of the film, underscoring the characters' motivations and the dramatic tension of the story. The score's haunting melodies and use of silence create a sense of unease and foreboding, building to a climax that is both thrilling and emotionally resonant. In conclusion, the score and soundtrack of Orca were carefully crafted to complement the narrative and emotional tone of the film. Through the use of orchestral and electronic elements, traditional music styles, and a haunting melody, the music serves to heighten the emotional impact of the story and create a truly memorable cinematic experience. In the filming of Orca, Richard Harris's behavior was affected by personal issues, leading to heavy drinking and a physical altercation on set. The killer whale in the movie was portrayed by an animatronic, with stock footage from Marine World featuring whales named Yaka and Nepo. The marketing for the movie emphasized the terror and power of the killer whale, describing it as a merciless and unmatched creature. One of the most iconic scenes in Orca is the opening sequence, where a great white shark is stalked and killed by a killer whale. The director, Michael Anderson, used a real orca for the scene, creating a sense of danger and authenticity. The cinematography by Roy H. Wagner is exceptional, with the use of underwater cameras providing a unique perspective. Actor Richard Harris, who played the main character, later described this scene as one of the most exciting moments in his career. This scene sets the stage for the rest of the movie, establishing the orca as a formidable and intelligent predator. Another memorable scene is the attack on the fishermen's boats. The orca rams and sinks the boats, demonstrating its power and aggression. The use of practical effects, such as miniature boats and water tanks, adds to the realism of the scene. The performances of the actors, including Harris and Bo Derek, convey the fear and desperation of their characters. This scene leaves a lasting impact on the audience, highlighting the destructive capabilities of the orca. The final confrontation between the main character and the orca is also iconic. The orca jumps and attacks the boat, causing it to catch fire. The use of real fire and water creates a tense and thrilling atmosphere. Harris's performance is intense and emotional as his character realizes the futility of his quest for revenge. This scene is a powerful commentary on the consequences of human arrogance and the destructive power of nature. These iconic scenes in Orca are a testament to the direction, performance, and cinematography of the movie. They have a lasting impact on the audience, highlighting the dangers and mysteries of the ocean. The filmmakers and actors have created a compelling narrative that continues to resonate with audiences today. In the film's closing credits, a special acknowledgement is given to J. Barry Heron for his unique photographic contribution. The shark featured early in the movie was caught by the experienced shark hunter, Ron Taylor. Unfortunately, the novelist of the source story, Arthur Herzog Roman III, did not receive credit for his work Orca. The 1977 movie Orca, a thriller about a killer whale seeking revenge, left a significant cultural and social impact. Audiences were captivated by its unique take on the monster movie genre, which usually featured sharks or other land-dwelling creatures. Orca's success led to a surge in interest in marine life and environmental conservation. The film's portrayal of the intelligent and emotional nature of killer whales sparked discussions about animal rights and the treatment of animals in captivity. It also contributed to the growing awareness of the ocean's ecosystem and the need to protect it. Orca's influence extended to pop culture, inspiring various forms of media, including books, documentaries, and television shows. Its haunting soundtrack by Ennio Morricone became iconic, and the movie's unforgettable imagery of the killer whale's pursuit of revenge left a lasting impression on viewers. Moreover, Orca's exploration of themes such as obsession, revenge, and the consequences of human actions resonated with audiences. It prompted viewers to reflect on their relationship with nature and the impact of their actions on the environment. Overall, Orca's cultural and social impact was substantial, inspiring a newfound appreciation for marine life, contributing to discussions on animal rights, and prompting reflection on our relationship with nature. In 1977, the film Orca showcased Richard Harris, then 46, performing his own stunts, which led to near-death experiences. Orca was one of the many films that tried to capitalize on the success of Jaws, but it failed to impress critics and audiences alike. The movie posters for Orca promoted the killer whale as a highly intelligent creature capable of seeking revenge against humans, a concept that didn't translate well to the big screen. The 1977 movie Orca received mixed reviews from critics and audiences. Some praised the film's innovative take on the classic revenge of nature genre, while others criticized it for its violence and lack of character development. Noted film critic Roger Ebert gave Orca a mixed review, acknowledging its impressive special effects and cinematography but criticizing its uneven pacing and weak characterization. He wrote, "Orca is an interesting failure, a movie with some good ideas and some impressive sequences, but also a movie that doesn't know quite how to put them all together." Conversely, Variety magazine praised the film's gripping storyline and superb special effects, stating that Orca is a cut above the average thriller. The magazine also commended the film's lead actor, Richard Harris, for his powerful performance. Despite the mixed reviews, Orca was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Score, recognizing the haunting and memorable music composed by Ennio Morricone. This nomination was a significant achievement for the film, as it highlighted the film's strengths in its musical score and technical aspects. The nomination for Best Original Score also signified the film's impact on the industry and its recognition by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. It was a testament to the film's ability to captivate audiences and leave a lasting impression, despite its shortcomings in other areas. Overall, the mixed critical reception and awards nomination for Orca reflect the film's unique blend of strengths and weaknesses. While the film may not have been a critical success, its impact on the industry and its audience was undeniable, leaving a lasting mark on the genre and the careers of those involved. In the late 1970s and 1980s, several films attempted to capitalize on the success of Jaws, including Orca. These films, such as Piranha, Tentacles, and Mako the Jaws of Death, were part of a cycle of creature features inspired by the blockbuster shark movie. For Orca, trained orcas from Marineland of the Pacific and Marine World Africa USA were used, along with realistic rubber models that were so lifelike. Animal rights activists tried to block their delivery to the set. In Orca, Bo Derek made her first film appearance, although her official acting debut was in Fantasies, which was filmed in 1973 but not released until later. Despite the controversy surrounding the use of live animals and the lifelike models, Orca remains an interesting example of the creature feature genre that followed in the wake of Jaws. In the making of Orca in 1977, several fascinating stories unfolded behind the scenes. The film star, Richard Harris, was known for his love of alcohol, and one day he arrived on set so intoxicated that he could barely speak or stand. The crew had to hold him up just to get him through each scene. Another time, a real orca named Kanjuk, who played the title role, nearly drowned actor Bo Derek during a scene where she was supposed to ride on its back. The animal became agitated and started to sink, pulling Derek underwater with it. Fortunately, the trainers were able to rescue her before any serious harm was done. The production also faced significant challenges in filming the underwater scenes. The crew had to build a special tank in Italy, but it leaked so badly that they had to constantly pump water out to keep it from flooding the soundstage. Additionally, the orcas often refused to perform as directed, leading to long delays and numerous retakes. Despite these difficulties, the cast and crew developed a deep respect for the majestic creatures they were working with. They formed a bond with the orcas, and many of them became advocates for their protection and conservation. The film's director, Michael Anderson, even went on to become a board member of the Orca Conservancy. Overall, the making of Orca was a challenging but rewarding experience for all involved. The film may not have been a critical or commercial success, but it remains a compelling and memorable chapter in the history of cinema. In 1977, Richard Harris chose to star in the movie Orca instead of working with the renowned director Ingmar Bergman on The Serpent's Egg, a decision he later regretted. The name Orca was not randomly selected. It was also the name of Quint's fishing boat in the 1975 film Jaws, chosen because the orca is the only natural enemy of the great white shark. Despite having no regrets about his experiences on the Orca set, Harris expressed remorse for passing up the opportunity to work with Bergman. Orca may not have had the same impact as a film directed by Bergman, but it still holds a special place in the hearts of those who worked on it, and the audiences who enjoyed it. The 1977 movie Orca may not be as famous as other films released that year, but it has left a lasting impact on the film industry. As a horror thriller, Orca offered a unique take on the genre by focusing on a killer whale seeking revenge against the human who harmed its family. This concept was quite innovative for its time and paved the way for future films featuring intelligent and vengeful animals. Orca can be considered a pioneer in the subgenre of animal revenge movies. Its influence can be seen in films like Jaws, Cujo, and The Birds. These movies all feature animals taking on a malevolent role, which adds an extra layer of terror for the audience. Orca was one of the first films to explore this concept in depth, making it a significant contribution to the horror genre. Moreover, Orca played a crucial role in raising awareness about the intelligence, and emotional capabilities of killer whales. The film's portrayal of the orca as a sentient being with a strong sense of family and revenge was groundbreaking and helped to shift public perception of these magnificent creatures. This, in turn, contributed to the growing movement to protect marine life and their habitats. Orca also had a significant impact on the careers of those involved in its production. For instance, the film's director, Michael Anderson, went on to direct other notable films such as Logan's Run and Around the World in 80 Days. Similarly, the film's composer, Ennio Morricone, continued to create iconic scores for movies like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, and Once Upon a Time in the West. In conclusion, while Orca may not be as celebrated as some of its contemporaries, its legacy and influence on film history, future filmmaking, and subsequent works are undeniable. The film's innovative take on the horror genre, its contribution to raising awareness about marine life, and its impact on the careers of those involved in its production make Orca a significant milestone in film history. In 1977, the same year its source novel was published, the movie Orca was released, telling the story of a killer whale seeking revenge on a fisherman. At the time, executive producer Dino De Laurentiis considered making a sequel to King Kong, which would have competed with Orca. Interestingly, recent studies have shown that the idea of an orca mourning its dead mate, as depicted in the movie, is not far-fetched. In 2018, a female orca in British Columbia was seen pushing her dead calf for over a week, demonstrating signs of grief. However, this behavior seems to be exclusive to female orcas, as male orcas do not play a role in raising their offspring and do not exhibit grieving behaviors. Despite the initial skepticism surrounding an orca's ability to mourn, the movie's portrayal of this behavior has been validated by real-life observations. This serves as a reminder of the complex emotional lives of animals, often overlooked or misunderstood. This film, produced by the Italian screenwriter Luciano Vincenzoni, is unique as it was his only production. 2 captive whales are displayed at the beginning of the movie, appearing to be in the wild through camera tricks. However, their collapsed dorsal fins indicate captivity, a common trait in captive killer whales, unlike those in the ocean with strong and upright dorsal fins. The names of 2 sea vessels in the movie are Bumpo and Happy Hour. In the film Orca, the polar region of Labrador was cleverly created in Malta by designer Mario Garbuglia. This 1977 movie marks the debut theatrical appearance for Bo Derek. The main character, Captain Nolan, played by Richard Harris, shares a name similarity with Captain Nemo from Jules Verne's classic story 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Interestingly, director Michael Anderson, who led Orca, also directed the 1997 television movie adaptation of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and the classic Verne film Around the World in 80 Days, as well as its 1999 remake. The movie Orca, produced by Dino De Laurentiis, had trailers that showcased almost the entire film, following his marketing theory of show them everything they always figure there's more. The title Orca is derived from the zoological term Orcinus orca, which translates to bringer of death in English. During the film's initial release, De Laurentiis visited the Fox Village Theater in Westwood to monitor the grosses. On opening night, he predicted that Orca might outperform the original Jaws. However, it soon became apparent that it would not only fail to match Jaws' earnings, but also struggle to recoup its production budget. De Laurentiis, upon realizing this, emotionally expressed his disbelief to the theater's manager, exclaiming, Why nobody like my whale? In 1975, producer Luciano Vincenzoni was tasked by Dino De Laurentiis to find a more formidable sea creature than the great white shark from Jaws. Vincenzoni's brother, who was interested in zoology, suggested killer whales. The film, Orca, was primarily shot in Newfoundland during the fishing season, with most scenes taking place in the town of Petty Harbor, south of St. John's. In the 1977 movie Orca, a tragic event occurs during the filming that mirrors the storyline. A real-time orca whale died by accident when a SeaWorld trainer, who was also a stunt double for the movie, was killed during a performance. This unfortunate incident happened just a few weeks before the shooting of Orca, adding a sad and shocking trivia fact to the movie's production history. The movie Orca is about a fisherman, Nolan, who captures and kills a pregnant orca whale, causing the male orca to seek revenge. The production team wanted to use real orcas for the film, so they approached Marineland in Ontario, Canada, to rent the whales. However, the trainers refused to participate in the film due to the storyline's violent nature. The filming took place in Nova Scotia, Canada, where the crew built a massive tank to film the orca scenes. They used 2 trained orcas, Nuka 5 and Can-Do V, to perform the stunts. The trainers worked tirelessly to ensure the whale's safety and well-being during the filming. Despite the team's efforts, the movie received negative reviews and poor box office performance. Critics panned the movie for its violent and gory scenes, comparing it unfavorably to Jaws, another blockbuster movie released in 1975. However, the movie's message about the dangers of exploiting marine life for entertainment and profit remains relevant today. In conclusion, the tragic death of a SeaWorld trainer during a performance added a sad and shocking trivia fact to the production history of Orca. The movie's violent storyline and poor reception overshadowed the crew's efforts to ensure the whale's safety and well-being during the filming. Nevertheless, the movie's message about the exploitation of marine life remains a crucial issue that continues to resonate with audiences today. Have you seen the 1977 movie Orca? We'd love to hear about your experiences and memories related to this classic film. Did it leave a lasting impression on you? How did it influence your perspective on cinema? Perhaps you were captivated by the thrilling story of a fisherman's dangerous encounter with a killer whale, or maybe you were moved by the film's exploration of the relationship between humans and animals. Whatever your thoughts, we'd love to hear them. If you're feeling inspired, why not share your memories and experiences with your friends and family? You could start a conversation about your favorite movie moments or discuss how cinema has evolved over the years. And if you're new to our channel, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. Together, let's celebrate the power of film and the memories it creates. We can't wait to